Kyle, what are we looking at over here? What is that?
That's actually the chapel at Historic Union Cemetery.
Okay.
This is not currently in use as a chapel, but this was built originally around the turn of the century so that when there was interments, when there was burials that would happen here in the winter, when we get that cold frozen ground, they wouldn't have to dig into the cold frozen ground. They could store things down below the chapel and then do an internment later on in the spring when things thawed.
If you haven't already guessed, Kyle is with the city of Calgary, and what's fascinating, well, you're asking yourself the question, why are we in a cemetery? Cemetery tours are back up and running again. As we are surrounded by gravestones, we're surrounded by history.
Yeah, that's the really amazing thing about the cemetery tours here at the City of Calgary Parks in our cemeteries is that these are a window into the past. The amazing stories of the people and the places, some well known, some a little unknown. This gives you a chance to experience history way better than any history book.
And these tombstones are amazing. Some of them are just so detailed.
We do. We've got tombstones all throughout the cemetery here that range in ages from the very first interments that happened here just before the turn of the century up until much more recent. The Lougheed family plot is here, so there was a recent interment there. And each one of these tombstones represents a story and a person. And that's what we do with our cemetery tours. We try to open a window into the world of the people that were here before us.
Some stories. Isn't there one story? Now, I think I know of this story. There's this guy like 8 feet tall.
Yes.
He's like a tall guy.
Yes, the giant. This was
is it true?
Cooper. It is true.
Okay.
And it is the plot. We'd have to hike out to find the plot here, but the plot itself is a little bit bigger.
I bet.
This was a traveling circus giant. It wasn't someone who lived in Calgary, but he came here with a traveling circus. Unfortunately, died. And what happens when you die far away from home? What happens to the body? Fortunately, he was a member.
Back.
No, he was a member of the Oddfellows, and so the local Oddfellows chapter took care of him. They got him a plot, they got him a headstone.
Wow.
And he's just one of the really interesting characters that we touch on when we do our cemetery tours here.
One of many, and there are some fascinating stories right throughout Calgary. You and I both know this. We've been here for a long time. There is a lot of great history, and we will post the information. I think it's calgary.ca for more information. Wonderful. These tours are happening starting now.
Starting now. We did our first one on Saturday. We run every Sunday here at Union Cemetery. We run the third Saturday of the month and the second Saturday of the month. There's tons of different tours. Go to calgary.ca to check them out, and we'll give you all the information you need.
Kyle, thank you very much. More Go Calgary from here on Shaw TV. Hang on.